Hi, today I'm in Sweden, Malmö. As you can see, it's already super gray. It's beginning of October, so typical Swedish weather. And unfortunately, we are not here for swimming, but we're here to visit Jet, one of my good friends from my study that I did 2 years ago, Leadership for Sustainability. And during one course of entrepreneurship, he started Cohabit. Cohabit is an organization that helps students with furniture. So when the students come to study in Malmö, they give Cohabit a call. They get the furniture for or 6 months or a year, and then they return the furniture and it goes to the next client. So circular business model, sustainable, so super cool, I think, good initiative. I think as a business owner, you're always busy. So let's see if he's doing something, or like while he was studying, doing nothing. Let's check it out. Just arrived at the sustainable hub of Jet with Cohabit. Let's meet him.
Hey,
Yes.
welcome to Odette. Come in. I'd like to show you around. So we are in House Odette. This is a circular green hub here in Malmo. So this house, the vision for this place is for circular businesses like us, Cohabit, to connect, come together, and just kind of share ideas and develop all of our circular concepts together. So here we have, just to give you a brief tour, we have some co-working spaces here where people just come and work. So we have this room here, which is super nice. We also have another room here, where a lot of good, really cool brainstorming sessions happen. And come on, I'll show you the kitchen. So you have a lot of different rooms here all throughout the house. You also got some meeting rooms down that side. And then we have a kitchen. Of course, it's pretty messy today, but this is usually where we just, chill and make our Swedish coffee and
Okay,
talk.
really good.
So yeah, and later I'll show you also the garage space where we store our inventory of pre-loved furniture.
Because I can imagine you need some storage to host all the students.
Yes, we do need some storage because we're still dealing with a lot of heavy, bulky furniture. So House Odette, as you saw earlier, that's where most of the co-working spaces happen. And right here at the back, this is our, as we call it, the garage. A lot of all these big companies now, like was it Apple or Google or something? They always start in a
in the
small garage somewhere. I think Harley Davidson also started in a small garage, so it's kind of symbolic how
Exactly.
we're also starting in our own garage. But again, it's a good problem to have that this garage actually now is a bit too small for us. So we're looking for a bigger space to move to cater to our bigger demand. But I'll show you how it looks on the inside. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. So as you can see here, it's actually pretty empty now. So we do have some furniture on this side. We have some beds, tables, and we also have some working chairs because these are the furniture that usually students would need. So we tend to focus on the basic functional furniture that a student would need. So it's usually a bed, a table, and a chair. So right now, it is October here in Malmo. So a lot of the students has already started to move in, which started around August and September. So all of the furniture that you see here are mostly just the reserve furniture that we have, but a lot of our inventory are already out
it's gone.
being rented.
Yeah.
So
That's a good point. Like,
yeah, it is good, but again, if all those furniture were to come back now, they won't fit in this tiny space.
No.
So we're also looking for alternative locations where we could have a bigger space to move into.
Yeah.
So hopefully that works out. So we also wanted to highlight, the USPs, as we call it, for Cohabit, the benefits of our service. And we just wanted to focus on these four main things. So as you can see, it's all C's, Cohabit, CCC. So it's convenient, first of all. It's cost effective or cheap. Of course, it's circular because we want to make sure that sustainability is ingrained in every aspect of our operations. And the common misconception or common thing that people kind of don't like that much when it comes to secondhand furniture is the quality and cleanliness. They always think that, oh, it's secondhand, it must be dirty. So
Yeah.
we always make sure that all the furniture is clean and quality checked. So convenience.
Okay, Jet. One question for you. What drove you to start this organization?
So we studied leadership for sustainability as a master's program, and together with my two co-founders during the program, we came up with the idea as a solution to, as a class project,
Yeah.
where we were asked to create a sustainable business idea that addresses, either societal, environmental, or other sustainable related problems. So we identified the need for sustainable furnishing options, specifically here in Malmo, just because of the number of students who move every single year, who have to end up having to buy new furniture and then having to throw it out after 6 months or a year. So we just wanted to see how we could provide a more sustainable and circular solution for that. And that's how the idea of Cohabit started.
Yeah. So you found a problem and then you created a solution.
Yes, I think in business in general, it's just you see a problem and then you find a solution and then you hope that people are willing to pay for that solution.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. So a gap in the market. And what are the main challenges you faced when creating a sustainable business or?
The challenge for sustainable business in general, I think it's would be associated with the costs, because I think the reason why some companies who are perceived as not sustainable are operating in that way is because you tend to cut specific corners to make things less costly. But the result of that is that you end up adopting certain practices that are not entirely sustainable. So for us, it was really figuring out the balance of having a sustainable concept, but at the same time considering the basic business principles that comes with running a business. Because even if we were operating, as a sustainable business, at the end of the day, we still have to account for, the cost, the efficiency, and during the start, when it comes to secondhand furniture, the challenge there is there's more processes involved in the middle before you get your furniture to the customer, because you have to source the furniture, you have to do some quality checking, you do have some cleaning, and then you have to deliver it, and you have to pick it up, which in a traditional business would be simply buying it and then delivering it with no quality checking process in between. So that's the price that we had to account for. But it's been challenging, but we have found some ways to kind of make it more efficient for us.
Okay, thank you. And what is the most fun about owning a sustainable organization or an organization with a sustainable mindset?
Well, the fun part for me is that you're creating impact in a way. So it makes it fulfilling. You're not just in a company where you just want to make money. Of course, making money is important because you also want to sustain the business. You want to make it profitable in order for you to expand and keep your operations going. But I think beyond that, what makes it fulfilling and fun for me is that we are actively solving a sustainable problem. We're also helping a lot of students because here in Malmo and in Lund, students come and go every single year. And our solution makes their lives a little bit easier, makes their experience a little bit better. And we're also doing that with sustainability in mind. So I think it's that part that makes it fulfilling and purposeful.
Yeah, good. And did you get some comments from customers? Did you had some positive reviews or some happy people that you helped?
Well, if you look at the Google reviews of Cohabit now, it's all 5-star reviews. So I think that's a good thing.
Okay.
But I think it's just that it's a straightforward solution that students need, and we just found that perfect match, I guess, where for them it just makes sense to have that sort of solution. So far, the students have been very happy with the service. They really enjoy the convenience aspect of it. They also enjoy the circularity, sustainable aspect of it. And but even so, we are still finding ways how to make our processes and services, even better. So they're happy now. We have really good feedback from the students, from the companies that we work with. But we're constantly trying to find ways to make it even better.
Yeah. Okay. And what would you advise other entrepreneurs that wants to start a sustainable business?
Well, the advice there is don't forget the business side of the sustainable business. I know sometimes it's hard to think in a linear way when it comes to business, because if you want to if you want to create a sustainable business, you have to think differently. You can't think the same way that traditional businesses think. You can't, in the context of circularity, for example, you can't think the same way that a linear business would think.
No.
So it's important for you to take that into consideration, know what your vision is, but at the same time be aware of the principles or the approaches that a business should have.
And how do you, because you talked about other companies as well that have not a sustainable mindset, how do you differentiate between those companies? How do you attract customers?
It depends on what the purpose of the organization is, because I think other organizations, it's their priority is not really sustainability. So I mean, that's understandable. There's no shaming in them or in their approaches. It's just that their priorities are different. So if your priority is focused more on profit and revenue, then sustainability may take a backseat in a way. But for a company like us, we want to put sustainability as a priority. But at the same time, we are aware of how important it is to also make it a financially viable business.
And do you have any message you want to share about your business, about the approach you have, or just in general?
Well, in general, sustainable businesses or circular businesses they're challenging to implement. They're challenging to pull off, but it's fulfilling when you do get the chance to do that. So if you are interested in the field of circularity or sustainability, then you just have to be prepared for the challenges. It's going to be quite difficult, especially at the start, but it's always going to be fulfilling once you start seeing the benefits of your hard work. So if you just keep going, if you keep trying, of course, also being realistic with your expectations is very nice. But it is a long journey that you have to prepare for. So you really have to be passionate about it. You really have to enjoy what you do, and and I think it's. I hope that more people would come up with sustainable and circular business ideas, and I hope that someday we are the businesses that really make an impact and help change the world in our own little way.
Yeah. Sounds good. Thank you. And is there any chance to also get the custom Cohabit cap?
The custom Cohabit cap, yes, we could. We actually are planning to eventually sell some merchandise once the brand gets big. But we do have some shirts and caps that we use for ourselves now when we do deliveries. But you could also have one if you want.
So special thank you to the whole Cohabit team. I'm really thankful and happy that I could do my first visit at their organization. And now the trip is really starting this Monday. In 2 days we're going to Tulum, to Mexico. First to chill a bit, relax, and then I already scheduled a meeting with the organization that helps to restore the ecosystems in Mexico on the coast. And there's a sea turtle event, and they invited me to come there to learn about their business, learn about their organization. It's a non-profit organization. Also, I can interview the directors of the organization, so super cool. Very excited to go there, to travel, to visit new organizations that have a sustainable mindset, and just very excited to have the opportunity to meet all these entrepreneurs and local people. No idea what I'm going to do there, or what to expect, or who I'm going to meet, but a sea turtle event on a beautiful beach, yeah, that sounds like a good next step. What should I say? Like, it was a good time catching up with Jed again. Really